Hi there, it's Connor, your Saturday poster, and I'm here to talk to you about school. I hate my school. Not so much the school itself, but the people in it. Like, there's so many gay slurs I hear every single day. Um, Probably the worst of it was yesterday on a school field trip. On the way back, we had to watch the Justin Bieber movie, which I thought was torture enough. Sorry to those of you who like Justin Bieber, but I don't. And then a lot of people were like, "Oh, he's such a faggot," or "He's so gay," or the worst, "It's rated G for gay," or "intolerant." Ugh, I hate them so much. Uh, and the thing is, the teacher was right there. She didn't do anything about it. And I'm just sitting there thinking, really? This is why so many people kill themselves. Because nobody does anything about that. And then they feel like there's something wrong with them. And then they go and do stupid things. And then nobody cares. It's like, come on. There's probably one teacher that I know of who would actually do anything about it. And, I mean, at least there's that, but I just don't like it. Fortunately, I'm going to a new school. It's more tolerant, more diverse. I'll probably meet more LGBTQ students, especially in the Spectrum Club, which is pretty much a GSA, but different name. So that'll be nice. I mean, my classes right now are fine, pretty standard. That's about it, really. Form spring questions. Who were your role models and inspirations that helped you come out? Probably the biggest ones would be Matthew Lush. Go check out his channel at youtube.com/gaygod. That's gay god. I might annotate it if I feel like it. So it should be around here somewhere. And pretty much everyone in the Rainbow Gang. No, everyone in the Rainbow Gang. Even if I never really interacted with them much, you know, they were still there and knew what I was going through. And the entire QA community. I mean, it's pretty vague stuff, but also special thanks to Kaylee. You know, she's been a good friend through all of this, so thanks. When did you find out you were LGBTQ? Pretty recently. Like last year, 7th grade. I started questioning it, and then I realized, yeah, I am. And then things just got bad. I won't go into it. You a morning or night person? Definitely a night person. Depends on the morning, though. Some mornings I'm like, "Hey guys, how's it going? Everything's all good." Some mornings I'm like, don't even look at me. You know. And some nights I'm like, I just want to sleep. Sometimes I'm like, woo, party. Yeah, so I'm usually a night person, but I wouldn't really find myself as either. I'm now recently out to few more people, and I consider myself out to anybody, but not everybody. And I think people at my school are just ignorant. No, not really ignorant, but not very smart. I keep dropping a lot of not so subtle hints. People are like, what? Oh yeah, and the worst thing is that, like, that somebody's been like, oh, you can't be gay because was, well, it's not the worst, but it's like, what? I once told somebody I was gay, and he's like, you can't be gay. Your voice is too deep. What? What? Okay, so, stay gay. Bye. Terrible heart.